Hello guys, Glenn Shirash here, coming live from my little room. Yeah, not the game room, because that will be my sister's old room, but I'm here with a video game / anime pickups video. Well, more likely anime figure related merchandise pickups, but it kinda counts. So, I'm not going to dive in or waste any time on long sermons. Let's just get to it. I bought the DXF Figures Set Volume 2 Set 1, which consists of Senjo Gahara, Hikage, and Mayoi Hachikuji. These are prize figures by Banpresto. Very nice quality. When I looked at them, they looked fantastic. Especially for pre-painted prize figures, which are normally the lower end on the PVC scale kind of thing. Next up, I've been going to Amsterdam for, I think, around last week, 2 weeks ago, and I decided to pick this up. Still haven't built this, but I definitely will in the near future. Barnaby Brooks Jr. Master Grade Figurize. Of course, this thing is full with sprues, the manual, the plates and everything. This will keep me busy for a long while, I think. And of course, a friend of mine also gifted me something very awesome, which I've already unboxed once, but not on video. And that is the Tiger and Bunny styling candy toy trading figure for Barnaby Brooks Jr. It came with a little gun. The gun tasted very sweet, shall we say. Never really bought candy toy figures that much, but comes with a cool base that says that states the name for the place that they work with, and of course the figure itself. The figure itself looks very detailed, very cool for a prize figure, for a candy toy figure, basically. I'm really impressed with Bandai doing a whole lot of effort for these small figures, basically. Of course, that concludes the anime pickups. Let's go to the video game pickups. Starting with Project Cross Zone. Very awesome game. I like the fact that they brought it out. The only thing that I really could get a little bit of confusion out is that you really need to watch a Let's Play on Namco Cross Capcom to kind of get some of the modes in this game. Especially when Reiji and Shiamu show up, basically. But it features a whole lot of game franchises from over 3 different companies: Namco Bandai, Sega, and Capcom. Of course, we've got Resident Evil, Dead Rising, Devil May Cry, Mega Man, Street Fighters, Darkstalkers, Ghosts and Goblins, Project Justice, Cyberbots, Valkyria Chronicles 3, Sakura Wars, Virtua Fighter, Resonance of Fate, Dot Hacks, Shining Force, Super Robot Wars OG, Endless Frontier. Of course, it did not just come with the game itself, but it also came with a very nice surprise, basically. Let me see this. Let me pull this out properly. A little poster which features all of the game's characters. Well, not really all of them, but all of the playable characters, like Dante, Mega Man, Zero, Zephyr, Leon, or Rionbell, whatever you want to call her. Gemini Sunrise, Theros, Kite, Sanger Zonvolt, Bolt Haken, Soma, Elisa, Kaguya Nanbu, Xiaomu. A whole lot of characters, basically. Would I recommend picking Project Cross Zone up for the 3DS? If you are a fan of tactical RPGs, and if you are a fan of huge crossovers, because this game is damn worth the pickup. Next up, for the PlayStation Vita, we have Muramasa Rebirth. Now you may think, Glenn, did you pick up the regular edition or the Epic Collector's Edition? The Epic Collector's Edition, of course. The Blessings of Amitabha Collector's Edition. It comes with a whole lot of extras, basically. You get the velvet pouch where you can put your Vita in, which has the Muramasa logo emblazoned on it. Or, actually, I think it's the Oboro Muramasa kanji. Not sure, which stands for Hazy Muramasa. Of course, we have the protective face cover for the Vita, which also features the Oboro Muramasa logo, or the kanji for Oboro Muramasa on it. And the skin for the Vita. Really nice additions for a little bit of an accessory kind of type extras. Of course, the accessory type extras are not the only extras that you get. We get this envelope. What would be in this? I'll show you after showing the soundtrack. The abridged soundtrack has 5 tracks from the game, ranging from various moments to boss battles, and maybe even a relaxing walk. And now we'll show what's in this little envelope. It is an art lithograph of Kisuke and Torahime, which is a little bit cool considering that this artwork looks very nice. It looks epic, basically. What you could expect from Vanillaware at this point. It also kind of looks like some sort of a traditional Japanese artwork. Very traditional, in fact. Well, a little bit in Vanillaware's imagining, of course. Really cool extra. As for the game itself, I really like it. It's a very fun action title for the Vita to have. Now, if you would say, should I pick this up despite it being a part of the Wii version? Do it. The game looks great. The graphics really pop on the Vita. The game just looks fantastic. The voice acting is great. Of course, there's no dubbing, so I don't know if you like to read subs or like the dubs, but it really enhances the experience of the game. Of course, being steeped in Japanese lore. Or, well, Japanese legends, basically. Really nice game. I recommend it. Of course, I've also picked up Persona 4 Arena. I really was disappointed that we had to wait so long. But now that I have this game in my hands, I can say it's a great game. Maybe not really the thing that I've been hyping up for like a year almost, but definitely a great game. Of course, it has a massive story mode, a little bit like BlazBlue, which does not suffer from any sort of don't give a shit syndrome, like most of the fighting game stories do. This is also a little bit of a continuation from Persona 4 Golden, or Persona 4, or whatever you would prefer to call it. But in what you would prefer for to be the prequel, basically. Of course, this game comes with the original arranged soundtrack, which includes 6 tracks from the game, which, of course, is the intro theme for the arcade version, and 5 themes for 5 different characters. Of course, this also has digital goodies. I've already picked those up. It were basically Facebook icons, Facebook banners, Twitter icons, and wallpapers for your computer. Really nice game. If you are a Persona fan, pick it up. Of course, the next game, is a little bit of an import. I found this on Marktplaats for maybe 40 euros. I've kind of got it for 55 euros on cash on delivery, since the seller was nice to me to send it to me that way. It, of course, it was released, I think, in 2010, and has gained a cult following since. I think 2012, when there was some sort of a Let's Play on it. That game is, of course, Danganronpa, Kibo no Gakuen to Zetsubo no Gakusei, aka Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Or if you want to do the literal translation of the Japanese title, Danganronpa, The School of Hope, and the Students of Despair. What could I say about this game that I've already played from in the demo? It's a very nice game. It basically is sort of a murder mystery game, kind of like Phoenix Wright in that aspect, and also maybe a little bit like the 999 or Zero Escape series, which is also made by Spike Chunsoft. The story is basically this. You are Makoto Nagi, a young high school student that's very normal, that gets randomly selected to go to the institute called Hibogamine Academy. I hope I pronounced that right. Otherwise, you could use the English name for it, Hope's Peak Academy, which has approximately 14 different students that have different talents, basically. One is a hardcore doujinshi maker. One is a clairvoyant psychic. One is a gambler. One is a programmer. One is a fashion model. One is an idol. One is sort of a class rep or sort of a prefect. One is like the rich heir, sort of an heir to a fortune. You have a fighter. You have a swimmer. You even have, like, say, gang members, basically. Basically, ultra-class high school students. Or, if you would prefer me to say that, super high school level students. Of course, the story is a bit interesting in the aspect that we get this bear that basically takes over the entire school and basically forces them to kill each other, and then there are a few twists and turns, which I will not spoil, of course, that when there's someone killed, there will be a class trial. This class trial will determine who is actually the villain. When the villain gets cornered, or actually pointed out, the villain gets punished. If not, the students get punished. Of course, I'm just explaining this. I really would recommend you pick up the Vita version. Of course, I'm going to do that twice. Of course, with the Reload version and the English version that will come out in 2014. The last game on this list is Tales of Xillia, Day 1 Edition. I've got this in last Saturday, and I've been putting some hours into it. This is a fun game to play. Of course, this is the Day 1 Edition, so it came with a few extras. The art book, or, well, character book, which features the character artworks for Jude, Mila, and pretty much other characters, including skit faces, and all sorts of cool stuff. Of course, this also includes the soundtrack, and a little bit of a manual. The manual does not tell much about the game, really. Not sure why they have included the manual at all, but it's a fun little addition for the ones that want a manual. And that kind of concludes my pickups video. Really? Awesome pickups. I'm going to take my rest for now, because there will be a little bit of huge pickups, a huge wave of them coming in October. But what they are, I'm not going to spoil. This is Glenn Shirashi saying, stay sane and stay entertained. Peace.